Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose?
All right, everyone. The audio you're hearing right now isn't coming from my mic at all. This is actually the sound of two phones talking to each other through 2.4G wireless communication. No network, no SIM card, just direct phone-to-phone connection. So enjoy call quality you're hearing right now. This is Huawei's brand new 2.4G wireless communication tech, and it lets two phones connect point to point, even without any signal. At the moment, we're about 2 kilometers away from another Mate 80 Pro Max, and we're doing this test right in the middle of the city. Under ideal conditions, this 2.4G communication can reach up to 7 kilometers. So in open outdoor environments, this becomes a super practical tool. When you're out exploring or hiking and suddenly lose network coverage, you can still talk to your teammates or send messages using this feature. It's basically a built-in walkie-talkie system. But that's not all. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. The Mate 80 Pro Max also comes with an even more powerful emergency communication system. It takes advantage of the long wavelength and slow signal decay of the 700 megahertz low frequency band, allowing communication across a distance of up to 13 kilometers and even through 3 floors of a building, all without relying on the network. During natural disasters like earthquakes or floods, when nearby base stations are down, normal phone communication becomes impossible. That's where Huawei's emergency communication steps in. Rescue teams can use specialized equipment to connect to the phone through the 700 megahertz band for point-to-point communication, helping them respond faster and more effectively. So right now, Huawei's emergency communication setup is probably the most complete you can get on a smartphone. This time, satellite communication has also received a major upgrade. Even though the Mate 80 Pro Max has a metal frame and a metal back, it debuts Huawei's 4R satellite receiving antenna, which supports full direction satellite patrol. That means once you activate satellite connection outdoors, you can still receive satellite calls even if the phone is tucked inside your pocket or backpack. The patrol success rate has improved by 50% compared to the previous model. So when you're outdoors, this feature becomes incredibly useful. The Mate 80 series, built with outdoor sports in mind, also introduces a new outdoor exploration mode. You can turn it on from the quick menu or simply through a voice command. Once activated, the phone switches to a simplified, clean interface. You get the time displayed up top, 2 map cards in the middle, and 4 default apps at the bottom. The mode doesn't include many apps by default, but you're free to add others like WeChat if you need them. The best part is that exploring mode automatically enters a low power state, letting the battery last up to 14 days, while still providing real-time tracking. A 2-week battery life on a modern smartphone is almost unheard of, and it's something only a self-developed chip combined with a self-developed system can realistically pull off. There's even a collaboration with 2 outdoor apps inside this mode, giving you access to more than 10,000 high-quality hiking and adventure routes. Huawei redesigned the interface so the information is cleaner and easier to understand. It shows the route, the estimated time, elevation data, and even a signal risk indicator. That last part is extremely important because it tells you where along the route the signal might be weak. If you know you're heading into an area with almost no service, you can give your family a heads up or switch to satellite mode so you don't suddenly lose connection. With Huawei's satellite and wireless communication features combined, your safety during outdoor adventures gets a serious upgrade. In recent years, we've seen too many reports of hikers getting lost or running into danger, even in places like Shenzhen. That's why having reliable gear is just as important as being cautious. Now let's talk about the Mate 80 Pro Max's insanely powerful camera system. It comes with a high dynamic range main sensor, dual periscope telephoto lenses, and impressive telephoto macro performance. Huawei's Hongfeng original color lens has also been upgraded to its 2nd generation. Last year, the 1st generation focused on ensuring consistent color across all lenses. This year, the 2nd generation goes further by keeping exposure, color, and contrast consistent across every focal length, whether you're using the ultra-wide lens, the main camera, or any telephoto zoom. even the digital ones. We tested everything from trees and grass in the park to tricky backlit shots at sunset. The Mate 80 Pro Max handled all of it perfectly, delivering accurate colors for the environment, the objects, and even skin tones. The images just look more natural and comfortable to the eye. People used to say that if you want that interlocking light and shadow effect, you need an iPhone. But honestly, the iPhone struggles with true colors, and even its lighting interpretation isn't perfect. The Mate 80 Pro Max, on the other hand, nails it. Even with regular lenses, you can clearly see the real-world light and shadow effects your eyes see. And when you view the shots on the HDR VV display, the clarity is absolutely stunning. While other brands chase styles like Leica, Ricoh, or Hasselblad, Huawei has already reached a point where the images naturally show that interlocking tone. For professional photographers, this is extremely valuable. And if you do prefer a more stylized final look, Huawei lets you choose from personalized color charts. You can tweak the filters however you like, or even copy someone else's settings to apply them to your photos. Just like editing colors in post-production, you need accurate baseline colors first. And the Mate 80 Pro Max gives you exactly that, so you can create your own style on top of it with ease. This time around, Huawei has really pushed imaging to the next level. There are also some fun new tricks built into the camera, like capturing multiple effects in one shot, which I personally think adds a lot of creativity. In the camera settings, you just need to switch on the option that says Preserve Depth and Motion Information. Once that's enabled, you can take photos as usual, and later, when you view them in your album, you can freely adjust how much background blur you want. I actually really like this feature because it lets you shoot first without worrying and fine-tune the look afterward at your own pace. Even better, you don't need an internet connection to make those adjustments. The live photo experience has also been upgraded. Before, many Android phones would capture that awkward, shaky moment right after you finish shooting because you put the phone down too quickly. It completely ruined the live photo vibe. Huawei now detects large movements and automatically trims out the unusable parts, giving you a much cleaner and more polished live photo. The quality honestly leaves Oppo and Vivo far behind. Maybe this is something only a self-developed chip and system can achieve, but I genuinely hope other brands follow this example. And Huawei didn't stop there. Live photos get new creative effects this year too. Inside the album, you'll find options like main moment, dynamic panning, motion trajectory, micro motion moment, and time reversal, each offering a different style. My personal favorite is dynamic panning because it can take a normal still shot and instantly make it look like someone is sprinting like Usain Bolt. It's surprisingly fun and definitely worth trying in daily life. Another big upgrade this year is the water reflection feature. Huawei added several new reflection designs that look much more stylish. There's a clean, elegant text-only reflection and even a full-frame reflection with a frosted semi-transparent border. Compared to the old plain white reflection, these new styles look way more modern and are perfect for younger users. For video, Huawei introduced a new movie effect mode. You get portrait focus tracking, real-time background blur, and a huge dynamic range of 17.5 EV. Even scenes with extreme contrast won't blow out or turn pitch black. It also handles backlit shots very well, maintaining strong dynamic range. And since the Rainbow Original Color lens can also be enabled during video recording, the color accuracy stays extremely true to life. Huawei has also teamed up with streaming platforms to support 2K 30fps live streaming. Compared to the old 1080p quality, the jump in clarity is obvious. We recorded some footage too, and once you zoom in, the difference becomes even more noticeable. Moving on to performance, the Mate 80 Pro Max this time is powered by the new Kirin 930 Pro processor, and the improvement from the previous generation is massive. Huawei officially claims a 42% boost in overall performance, thanks to the upgraded chip combined with enhanced Red Magic-style software optimizations. A lot of people say Huawei phones aren't ideal for gaming, but I think this generation changes that completely. It even supports ray tracing now. We tested the popular game Dark Zone Breakout, and with ray tracing switched on, the graphics really do look like a full 3D PC game. The visuals feel high-end, realistic, and far from the low-quality look mobile gaming often had before. The only downside is that enabling ray tracing limits the resolution to 720p. So you'll need to choose between better visual effects or higher resolution and frame rate. But overall, this generation of Huawei delivers excellent real-world performance, fluid daily usage, and solid gaming power. The front display this year is also one of the major highlights. On the Pro Max, Huawei is using a super bright Linglong panel that reaches a jaw-dropping 8,000 nits at peak brightness, breaking industry records. The result is simple. When you're outdoors under harsh sunlight, the screen stays clear and HDR content looks brighter and more vivid than ever. Let's check the actual numbers. In regular mode, manual brightness tops out at around 1500 nits, which is already impressive. The global peak brightness goes up to 2200 nits, and at roughly 35% APL, it reaches 3370 nits. That's strong performance. And when you view HDR photos, the screen instantly boosts itself. Global brightness hits 2180 nits, which is extremely bright. Then for 35% local HDR highlights, the light boosting effect shoots up to 520 nits. That alone is incredible. Because our equipment couldn't measure even smaller highlight zones, we weren't able to capture the maximum 8000 nit burst. But achieving over 5500 nits at around 35% APL is already outstanding. In real use, this translates to amazing visibility outdoors, even under noon sunlight. The screen stays sharp and easy to read, unlike many other phones that look washed out. So in terms of brightness and overall viewing quality, this year's display is truly among the best. Huawei also uses second-generation hollow gimbal glass on the front, giving the display excellent durability. So honestly, you can skip the screen protector for daily use. HarmonyOS 6 is now very well optimized, and everything feels fluid. Beyond smooth performance, it packs a ton of exclusive features that many other systems simply don't have. A lot of them have been enhanced this year, especially the AI features. Huawei's assistant, Xiaoyi, is getting smarter and more capable. You can give it one sentence, and it can handle surprisingly complex tasks. Whether it's generating product promo clips or reconstructing images, it does everything with intelligent reasoning. In photo editing, the AI upgrades really stand out. You can now edit pictures with a simple voice command, removing people from the background, changing the weather. It all takes just one instruction. After you give a command, Xiaoyi analyzes it and explains what it understood and what kind of result it created. If you don't like it, you can regenerate the effect or tell it to try something else. It feels more like an interactive helper rather than a cold robotic tool. And what surprised me most was how Xiaoyi handles weather changes in night photos. When I asked it to convert a nighttime shot into a sunny daytime scene, it didn't just brighten it. It completely transformed the photo realistically. The Ferris wheel lights were turned off, the shadows lined up with the correct sun direction, and the buildings looked naturally lit. I tested this on several photos, switching day to night and night to day, and the results were consistently impressive. You absolutely have to try this feature when you get the phone. It's genuinely fun. Another feature I really like is Huawei's upgraded AirDrop style grab and send. It's incredibly practical. Now, besides sharing photos and videos, plenty of third-party apps support it too. You can grab and send short videos, posts from Xiaohongshu, articles from Toutiao, almost anything you see on your screen. And then there's the AI-powered one-hand gesture control, which genuinely surprised me. When someone calls you, a small floating icon appears near your thumb so you can answer or hang up instantly with one hand. It even adapts depending on whether you're holding the phone in your left or right hand. It's very clever. I'm still curious how Huawei pulled this off. My guess is either the phone detects which side you're gripping through antenna sensing, or it reads pressure patterns from the metal frame. Just my theories, though. Regardless, the feature is really thoughtful. Just remember it's turned off by default, so you'll need to enable it manually. In terms of security, the Mate 80 Pro Max's earpiece recording protection has also been upgraded. There are 3 openings on the phone, one of which is noticeably larger than the microphone. This is the new triple diaphragm sound leakage prevention system. It intelligently manages the sound field to stop audio from leaking. We tested it in real use. During a normal call, someone standing about 40 centimeters away cannot hear anything from the earpiece. To make this clearer, we placed a second phone beside it for live transcription. The iPhone can pick up your voice during a call and transcribe it accurately. But on the Mate 80 Pro Max, under the same conditions, it only detected the first character and failed to capture the rest. This works similarly to noise-canceling headphones. It instantly adjusts after detecting the caller's voice, using sound field algorithms to cancel it out. However the tech works, the final effect is excellent. Overall, The Huawei Mate 80 series this year delivers a truly comprehensive upgrade. The full metal body is tougher, the Hongfeng imaging system is more advanced, the outdoor emergency features are life-saving, and the AI becomes even more practical. This lineup doesn't just tick the expected flagship boxes, it goes beyond them. And what makes it even more surprising is the price. The base model in China starts at 79.99 yuan, which is roughly £855 in the UK, or about $1,130 in the US. Not only did Huawei add more features, it actually lowered the pricing compared to every version of last year's Mate 70 series. That makes the value extremely compelling. After using the Mate 80 Pro Max for a few days, what stood out to me most is that even though it looks understated, it's packed with forward-thinking innovations in both hardware and software. It's definitely a device worth exploring deeply. Which feature of the Mate 80 series are you most excited to try? Tell me in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe. More great content is on the way. I'll see you in the next one.